interval ownership people, you know, kick their room back to Wyndham, and Wyndham will rent it on a nightly basis or whatever as a hotel room. So it really is, you know, we're really just thinking hotel rooms. I mean, rental rooms is what we're really thinking about here. That's, you know,
don't put timeshare.
I think timeshare is, that opens up another box, I think, that,
People worried that you're gonna build another big timeshare.
yeah, convert the Bayview to timeshare.
Okay, right, that's, yeah, good point, so.
Anything else on economic development?
Well, I had the issue on the 38. I sent you a,
Oh, yeah, we did want to talk about that, yeah.
I unfortunately didn't bring it with me because I couldn't print on my computer today, so. I don't know if you want a copy, but,
Barry and I, go ahead.
well, basically, I had asked that this basic question be put in the survey last time there was a consensus anyway that this issue should be addressed. I just think that the way this is worded is basically negative. It's not a neutral question because it only presents what most people would consider the negative side, doesn't address, you know, the economic issue, if you will, and I know there's people on both sides of whether it's an economic boon or not, but, so.
Which one?
You're talking about LNG?
LNG.
I was up at the top of the page trying to figure out what 38 was really trying to say.
Oh, okay. I tried the analogy. So I had given some words to Lisa that basically added a sentence on there that, you know, LNG is purported to provide some economic benefit, including jobs and cheaper energy. On the other hand, you get into the ship trips and the economic and security concerns, so kind of present.
The pros and the cons.
Well, it's kind of both sides, you know, and not just the one side of it, you know, there's, so, because what I was trying to get out of this is a feel of what percentage of the community understands the issue and really either opposes it or doesn't, or supports it, as opposed to vocal minorities on both sides that are driving the issue both ways. I think, you know, is it a non-issue to most of the people on the island, or does 70% of the people oppose it and 30% are in favor, or vice versa? I don't think we have a feel for that. You know, you read letters to the editor in the paper and they get them on both sides. And if we're gonna have town council resolutions opposing it, we ought to know what percent of the people really feel that way.
I mean, the cow's out of the barn.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
Didn't we create the threat committee?
Yeah.
Council created the LNG threat committee,
Yeah.
right?
But based on, you know, some emotional issues, you know.
Yeah.
So I just think the question needs to be more neutrally worded.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking that if you don't give any explanation to what it is, and you just say you're in favor of permitting LNG tankers to travel up and down Narragansett Bay or something like that, then if people don't know what it is, they'll say not sure, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of, are we sort of doing a straw poll here? Just get a sense. I mean, you could be so short to say, there's been a lot of discussion in the paper, in television, et cetera, about potential LNG traffic in the bay in the future, depending on Upper Bay development.
Yeah, I just think 30 is too wordy.
Do you support it, or do you want to deny it?
I mean,
I personally think there are LNG tankers. I mean, there's LNG traffic in the bay now.
there's actually, there's a major propane terminal.
Yeah, it's like 3.
But you still have to give them birth.
And they close the bridge.
There are 4 a year.
There
There'd be 170 of these.
I was in the propane business, I ran a propane company for 6 years over at Quonset Point. The terminal in Providence holds 16 million gallons of propane. There are a minimum of 10 round trips per year, 20 total trips, most of them in the wintertime. So that's, and I think most of the people in the state don't know that. There's a major propane terminal in the bay now, and we have propane tankers going up.
You said only 10 trips a year? It's not-
10 round trips a year,
Yeah.
total 20 trips, you
Yeah.
know, one up, one back. On average, that's, you know, it changes every year, but on average.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we're doing it now.
Yeah, because
With
I saw,
propane.
I happened to be talking to my brother-in-law, and who was a harbor pilot in New York.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him on the phone, and I looked out, and there was a coal carrier coming on the inside of Gould Island. And I've never seen a ship that big on my side of Gould Island. And I said to him, gee, Steve, this coal carrier's coming by, he's pretty close. I wonder why he's coming down the bay on the west side of Gould. And my brother-in-law said right away, he said, there's a gas ship on the other side of Gould, I'll bet you any money.
Yeah.
You can actually look it up on the web, every ship in the bay,
Oh, you call it Ron Brown, or Ron Smith. We'll show you.
Oh, right. So there's obviously that stuff moving around, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is close.
But these, I mean, the issue is more the giant ones.
Yeah.
And,
They're pretty large.
Yeah.
I used to see them from my office in Boston, and believe me, there were on both sides of the harbor, police cars, you know, every 300 feet, there was a police car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing is the 3-mile exclusion zone, and it does cover the bay. I mean, that's just it. That's, and the Coast Guard just applied in the congressional report for permanent security zones for the ones that were built last year, but they waited a year to do that. So they asked for a 1-mile radius in Boston Harbor last week. And they got a 1-mile radius in Galveston Harbor 3 weeks ago. So those are happening. I guess that's something to consider.
I don't know, 1-mile radius in Boston Harbor puts you into the middle of downtown.
Yeah, well, that's what they asked. It's in the congressional
Yeah.
report.
Did they get it though?
They got Galveston,
Yeah.
and they just asked for Boston Harbor and Louisiana.
But I mean, you know, again, there's a lot of facts involved in people on both sides. And, you know, although I was in the propane business, I'm neutral, I don't really care one way or the other, I'll be honest about it. But if you look at the facts, you know, we talk about closing the bridge. With the current regulations, 2,000 yards ahead, 1,000 yards astern, the bridge would have to be closed for 20 minutes. If the boat was making 10 knots, they typically make about 13 knots going up and down the bay, so it'd be something less than 20 minutes twice a week, on average, mostly in the wintertime. You know, that's, you know, what the facts are.
Yeah.
But people say, oh, the bridge is gonna be closed, they see themselves sitting there for 2 hours with the bridge closed. No, we're talking 20 minutes or less.
Guess it depends on if you're sitting in the ambulance or not.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Exactly.
I think there are obviously feelings on both sides.
Yeah, well, I
That's why I like
guess
the
my
point.
initial thought was, there's no way I could give an introduction to this question.
Yeah.
Because there's too many
Yeah,
variables.
it's a variable, there's a lot of.
So-
Just asking basics, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
just, you know, what Duncan said, you know, there's been a lot of discussion in the paper, how do you feel about it? And just leave it at that.
Understand, you feel
Yeah,
about it.
this is in the category of my eyes glaze over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, okay. I'll
So, I mean, that may be the
We'll
easiest way to
just
do
take
it.
out the preface and argue in favor of permitting,
The tankers.
no, the areas, okay.
Yeah.
You might, not everyone might not understand what LNG is.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, as I did at the beginning, yep.
Oh, you
Well,
did,
if they
yeah.
don't know what it is by now, with all the coverage.